A very good morning to you all. So today I would like to share the topic of quadratic equations. What is there in your syllabus, and we'll be discussing the outlines which we have to do through this chapter as per your syllabus for this session. So in this topic of quadratic equations, your standard form we will be using is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the standard form where a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term where a, b, c are the real numbers. So now this equation is the quadratic equation. So first of all, if you go to the 4 exercises in your syllabus, exercise 4.1 to 4.4, 4.1 to exercise 4.4 from your NCERT point of view. So in exercise 4.1, we will be covering to identify the given equation, whether that is quadratic or not. So first of all, from the objective questions point of view, you need to go through 7-8 parts are given in that first question. Whether the given equation is a quadratic equation. For example, suppose I say that 7x square is equal to 3. So 7x square is equal to 3. You have to write yes. If you want to go to the standard form, 7x square minus 3 is equal to 0. Yes, of course, is a quadratic equation. Because you need to focus your attention upon the degree. If the degree is 2, whether x is there or not, that means the coefficient, if x is not there, so b will be equal to 0 here. And coefficient of x square a, that is 7 here. Constant MC already is minus 3 there. But if degree is 2, that is always a quadratic equation. So in that way, you have to identify. Doesn't make any difference if it is like under root 3 upon 5x square plus 2x minus under root 5 is equal to 7. Again, you can see the quadratic equation. Why? Because degree is 2, this is x, and this is minus root 5 plus 7 together can be taken as a constant term. So, as I said that the coefficients of these variables, that is x square, x, are the real numbers, can be positive, can be negative, can be there in the third form. So, you know the definition of a real number now. So, in that way, you have to write what is A, what is B, and what is C. That also you need to learn from there. So, first of all, you have to cover how to identify the quadratic equation. Then, second part comes to solve the equation. So, that is a part of all the exercises onwards 4.1 to 4.4, onwards question 2 of exercise 4.1, you may be asked to solve the quadratic equation. To solve the quadratic equation now, as per your syllabus, there are 3 parts in your syllabus. One is by splitting the middle term. By splitting the middle term that you have done in your class 8 also during the chapter of identities or factorization. By splitting the middle term is the one of the method to solve the quadratic equation. Then by using the quadratic formula, formula is x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac. This much is under the root 4 upon 2a. So this is the quadratic formula. This is the quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac. This is under the root upon 2a. So this is the second option available with you to solve the quadratic equation. In quadratic formula A, B, C again are the coefficient of x square, coefficient of x and the constant term. So simply you have to pick these values from the given equation, substitute there, and as I said the degree is 2. So one time you have to use plus sign and the second time you have to use the minus sign. So you will be getting the two answers. You remember when the degree is 2, so maximum 2 zeros will be there. So if you need to neglect, that is as per the condition of the question, you can neglect that. Suppose you are finding the age of any person. So age can never be negative, so I will neglect that. But from the existence point of view, maximum in degree 2 zeros will be there. So x, when you will be solving for plus, that will give you one answer. When you will be considering the negative sign, that will give you the second zero. Then third is by the method of completing the square. By the method of completing the square. This is another method which will be introduced newly to you in this class. If you can solve the quadratic equation by this method also, where we will be using the two identities frequently, either of a plus b whole square or of a minus b whole square. That's why when we are using these identities of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square, this method is called the method of completion of square. And when we are applying this method to solve the standard form of the equation, we will be reaching here to that procedure which we are following to solve the standard form of this by using the method of completing the square, called the derivation of the quadratic formula. Though no derivations right now are the part of your syllabus, but when I will be starting with this method in third exercise somewhere this will be introduced. So I definitely will drive that and will reach here. At that time you will come across how we can use this identity of a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. So this is the out sketch of only the part how to solve the quadratic equation. Very rare means 2 in 100 the question will be conditional, otherwise you are free. What you have learned in your previous class, that is the splitting of the middle term. If you are comfortable there and the question is unconditional, nothing to worry, you always focus upon this. So do practice. If not okay with this part, you kindly consult the book of class 8, have a set of questions, or you can ask me to give one assignment. I can give you 20 to 50 questions which definitely will help you to go through or to recapitulate the splitting of the middle term in all the manners. So that you need to go through whether you are okay with that previous knowledge or not. Then this, I don't think any difficulty should be there. Again you have to pick what is A, what is B, what is C, and then substitute those and solve it nicely. Take care while you are doing the calculations. That definitely when we will start with the third exercise, I will be explaining to you. Then the another part besides that is are in 4.2 to discuss the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation is the another part. To discuss the nature of roots of the given equation, given quadratic equation. Now quadratic equation again given is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That will be the quadratic equation. And you have to discuss the nature of roots. So here you need to find the discriminant. Here we need to find the discriminant. Denoted by d. What is this? D is equal to b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac. So once you have substituted the value of b, a and c from here, three possibilities you will be finding. Three possibilities. B can be equal to 0, D can be greater than that of 0, or D can be less than that of 0. If this is coming equal to 0, nature means roots are real and repeated. Real and repeated. If D is greater than 0, roots are real and distinct. Real and distinct means two different zeros will be there. And if it is negative, that is less than that of 0, so roots does not exist. Does not exist. Somewhere in 4.3 or 4.4 the question will be there even in problem sum. Situation will be given to you. And in question you will be asking whether this situation is possible in case of some circular field, rectangular field or square field, determine the area, and then on behalf of that you need to determine the length, but you will be asking somewhere, do you think whether this situation is possible? So, if the question is like that, you have to find the discriminant to clear the condition whether the situation is possible or not, means you need to find a discriminant over there after framing the equation as per the given conditions. Then you check out of these three. If it is coming last one, that is less than that of 0, D is negative, situation is not possible, and stop there only. After that you just cannot proceed to write the answer. So when the situation is possible, then you have to move ahead. So that is also one of the part of your syllabus, somewhere there in exercise 4.3. And towards the end, that is exercise 4.4, he can ask one question like, for what value of k, for what value of k or any other variable, for what value of k, the following equation, following quadratic equation will have equal roots. I'm putting stress over there on equal roots. Okay, distinct root पे क्वेश्चन नहीं होगा भाई. Equal root पे होगा where you are getting d is equal to 0. That means you have to write d square minus 4ac is equal to 0. If your d is equal to 0, means the discriminant I said is b square minus 4ac. So you will be putting b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. And out of a, b and c, somewhere you will be finding that k for which you are looking to solve, for what value of k. So put that and solve the equation, definitely you will be getting the value of k. So that is the another part, maybe of 2 marks, maybe of 3 marks. Why only equal roots? Why only equal roots? I discussed the 3 conditions previously with you. Only in one I am getting the sign of equal to. In other, I am getting the sign of greater than or less than. You remember these are not the equations. These are not the equations. Where we are using the sign of equal to is the equation. As these are not the equation, these are the inequations. These are the inequations. So inequations are not the part of your syllabus in class 10. So that's why you will not be touching this part. So question will be focused for what value of A the following quadratic equation will have real and equal roots or real and repeated roots. So then you can directly use here given that D is equal to 0 and from there you can put this B square minus 4AC is equal to 0 and out of that you put the value of K. So that is another thing you have to add to your knowledge here. So I said solve, then two other options are there. Quadratic formula, method of completing the square are the part of the coming exercises, and in between the nature of roots and these all applications you will be getting somewhere in between. So that is your syllabus. Last but not the least are the problem sums, which are the part of all the four exercises onwards 4.1 to 4.4. So you please remember, whatever you have done in your chapter of linear equation in two variables, mostly those questions will be the part of this chapter also, like two-digit number, age problem, distance and time problem, or distance and time problem. All these are there in this topic of quadratic equation also. The difference only is there we worked out with the two variables, and here we have to work out within the one variable. So that I will be definitely solving and will be helping you through all the exercises. So today my main focus was to discuss the contents of this topic, which are the part of your syllabus through this lecture to you. So kindly just go through. Then onwards tomorrow I will start sharing the question from exercise wise of your NCERT textbook. So thank you and have a nice time.